Okay, yeah, I was an 80s kid, so I'm biased. But still, I'm holding right here the first pre recorded cassette ever specifically designed for your car stereo. And that's what it says right on the package. And you can see it, boldface, right there. This was the first tape designed for your car stereo. This is a sealed copy, worth a total of probably nothing. But I picked this up at a garage sale the other day, and I wanted to spend a moment talking about cassettes. I like old stuff. But this specific cassette was kind of interesting. I have another copy here. I bought 2 copies at the garage sale. They had a stack of like 10. Some guy was selling off all his electronic stuff, and I ended up finding this amazing, hoard of cords and chargers and everything else. But then, lo and behold, these tapes. And I just grabbed a couple of these because I thought this was fascinating. For those who don't realize or appreciate the cassette tape, back in the 80s, that's all we had. We went down and we would buy them at the store. I remember buying Wasp, which, yeah, the heavy metal band, and like Poison and Rat. Rat was my favorite band when I was like 10, 11. So it was like, must have been like 85. And this particular cassette actually came out in 85, and I wanted to read it because it was kind of a fascinating little story. And the idea of cassettes always melting in your car, which everyone knows was such a common theme. This specific cassette was, I guess, designed for car stereos and promised not to ever fall apart. One of the fascinating aspects of this was that anyone who grew up back then knew that if you wanted to record your own music onto tapes, it was possible. All you had to do was plug the little holes on top, one on each side with a piece of paper or tape. And so this one even specifically has these little screws that you can turn to make it recordable to record over it, which I thought was interesting. But lo and behold, I'm just going to read what it says because I think it's an interesting little story, and it kind of takes me back, right? It says, audio cassettes for car stereo. Loran. Why take a chance? Your car's interior can reach oven temperatures in the sun. Most cassettes exposed to that kind of heat will warp, squeal, or they may jam in your car stereo. And then it says, nearly 70% of all cassette systems failures are cassette cartridge related. And then it goes on to give you the actual, quote and data. And it says included in the study were Maxwell, Memorex, Sony, Loran. The results, Loran high bias was the most... Oh. What? You want to go outside? Okay. Husky interrupt. Husky always does that. Husky loves it when I'm doing videos. It says, Loran audio cassettes are made of special materials, patent pending, that easily withstand the environment of your car and still sound sensational. And then it says, safety tab. At the rear of this cassette is the only reversible erase record system activated by a simple half turn of a screw to either prevent accidental erasure or to restore recording capability. Patented by Loran. Superb sound quality. One of the best Type 2 tapes in the most important aspects. Audio Magazine. And I figure to make this complete, I should read what they put on this cassette. It's Open Arms by Journey. Okay, so side A is pop and soul, and side B is country and classical. I'll just read the artists. It's got Journey, Barbra Streisand, B.J. Thomas, Toto, Lou Rawls, Denise Williams, Michael Jackson, Neil Diamond, Willie Nelson, Janie Frickle, Mickey Gilley and Charlie McClain, and Tchaikovsky, Bach, and Rimsky-Korsakov. And that's pretty much it. It's a whole variety of different types of music. And truth is, I thought what was funny is I was going down the street listening to this the other day. And what's even funnier, my son came home and he had, from his friend who moved, a whole bunch of stuff the guy just wanted to get rid of. And one was an entire, one of those large cassette, the ones where it's just all facing the same way, wooden type cassette stashes, if you've ever seen them, where you just slide them into the slots. And it's out here. It's like 60 or so bootlegs, Grateful Dead bootlegs, all in their cassettes. Now I have, several Grateful Dead bootlegs, and people would always decorate them, do something like this. But the fascinating thing is that, back then they came up with their own tape covers, with little steal your faces on them and stuff. And people would record and be able to go to Dead shows and record the music. And that's all you had was tape. And so here's where I get to the point. Tape is considered to be something of the past. Most people remember getting their tapes eaten and having issues with their tape recorders, having it warp over time. That's all true. However, tape, a good quality tape recording, is still superior in a lot of ways to many other formats, but digital has become so good. What's that sound? Oh, it's Raced. He's home. Gotta go.